The boy Dub Deuce in the building.
All right, what up, what up, what up? It is that guy Dub, and I'm back with another video. At the end of the day, shouted, I'm good money. How you guys doing today? Now we got another special guest in the building, Tinkk. How you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
I can't complain. You were saying now we're back for another episode of There's Definitely Pee in the Dating Pool. So we're gonna start off. What's been your experience with the dating pool?
My experience for real has been there's a lot of emotionally unstable and unavailable men out here. Like they want you to be that back in the day housewife, but they're not showing any traits of us wanting to be like that. Like you're not giving us space to be vulnerable. You're not giving us space to be submissive. You're not bringing anything to the table emotionally or mentally, spiritually, stuff in that, it's just it's ass, honestly.
Okay, so you said so. What is the vulnerability that you feel that you need that you're not getting?
I feel like somebody being able to not just be patient and give grace, but to also, I guess, be that solid foundation that I'm looking for. Like somebody I can talk to without there being any judgment, or us being able to work through whatever issues it is that we're going through at that time as a team versus attacking each other
Mm-hmm.
or assuming. You know what I mean?
Well, do you feel like you like you fall more in line with the traditional woman style, or you said the more modern woman style? Because you
Kind
said
of both. Kind
because
of both. Because my parents were old
like
school.
a lot of times there's a disconnect.
My parents were old school. Now I've never witnessed my mother being in like a stable relationship, but I've been around a lot of people that has had stable relationships. Like my sisters, for instance, she's married and she, shows me traits and things that I feel like I have within myself, far as, the typical cleaning, cooking, being there for your man mentally, being his safe space, not being a headache. You get what I mean?
Hmm. Now you said with that, you said do like because a lot of times you said like you said women on the more modern side are using a lot more difficult to work with, and you said but then on the flip side of that coin, you also have men you said that are not being raised to be men. They're basically son husbands.
Um, Now tapping into that, I feel like, and I'm not speaking down on the single mothers because I'm a single mother myself,
Mhm.
but if we being truthful, these men are not being raised to feel their emotions, to be able to express their emotions in a healthy way. These men are being raised to shut up, stop crying, stop being you get what I mean? Like, you're
Mhm.
not giving them the space and opportunity to be able to recognize this is why I'm feeling this way. What can I do to fix that? Like, they automatically think it's wrong to feel this way, or that it's wrong when their woman comes to them expressing how they feel about a certain situation. You automatically think she's nagging, when in reality, she's trying to get to the nitty gritty of the situation to be able to move past that. And you too small minded to see something like that.
Well, see, I like that that concept because as a man myself, I can speak for men. Usually, because men, we you seem like let's say we're going to Walmart. I know exactly what the hell I want to get. I'm going in there to get that, and I'm getting the hell out. Why? Whereas many women, they want to look through every aisle to see if they
Yeah.
use it. So I think the disconnect comes in where us as men get to the fucking point. You said like
I mean, but
I
also
don't
the
need the
same
journey
token,
to
it's
get
good
there.
to just get straight to the point. But also in the same token, you got to realize life ain't a race. Some things take time. Maybe it's destined for you to take a detour. Maybe it's
Mhm.
destined for you to go ahead and pick up a few extra things. Like, you never know. Like, people is so focused on what the next person thinks, or how the next person gonna view you, or what the next celebrity doing, or what society wants you to do, instead of
Mhm.
doing what's right for you mentally. You get what I mean? Like, everything
Absolutely.
is not a race. You don't gotta rush to figure out the answer. You don't gotta rush to finish the project. Like, it's everything takes time, and
You
you're
said,
not going to get where you need to be in the relationship world if you're rushing through everything, especially if you're just going in it based off of sex. Let's just go ahead and get that out there.
right, okay. You saying that we'll touch on that in a minute, but you it's like I said, if you're telling me a problem that you have, Me personally, I want you to get to the damn point so I can fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now if we're talking about sex, yes, of course we're going to take our time. If it's talking about, okay, we're discussing something going on with the kids, yes, we're going to take our time. But if you have a problem, get to the damn point so we can move on to the next task. You know what
But
I
you
mean?
also have to realize that some women are raised the same way that some of these men are, as far as not being able to express ourselves and not knowing how to
Mhm,
in a healthy way, or not knowing how to communicate without yelling or feeling
mhm.
antagonized or feeling attacked. Like, so sometimes it's hard for a woman to really get straight to the point. Like, she has to go around it, she has to explain herself. Like, it's hard to explain that for real from a woman's perspective, but I know that some of these women out here, they gonna understand what I'm saying.
And trust me, I absolutely understand what you're saying. It's just like, okay, you ever heard somebody give a speech and or you a comic tell a joke and it takes too long to get to the punchline?
Yeah,
You stop losing interest in what they're talking about.
yeah, I know what
You
you're
so
talking about.
like so I give it to you that you're right. You said us as people need to better learn how to communicate. Now you saying getting back to dating. What are some of the red flags that are using automatic date killer for you?
The number one automatic red flag for me is men who have their phone on do not disturb at all times. Because what is you hiding? Like, my thing is, okay, hold on before I even get to that. It's the do not disturb, and I don't know. I just feel like being real secret, like being real secretive with whatever it is you got going on. Like, I personally feel like we're both adults. We
Mhm,
both don't know each other from a can of paint. Why start this? Whether it's a platonic relationship, a romantic relationship, why start it off with lying or feeling like you got to keep certain things from me? Like, give people the option to want to, damn, do I want to deal with this, or is this too much for me? I'm gonna go ahead on to the next one. Like, but people be so greedy, trying to
mhm.
have their cake and eat it too, that they, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna tell her what she want to hear, and I'm gonna get what I want to get, and do a whole 360 on how now you burning bridges that you never even know you may need.
That I mean that's true as well. But you see, like to me personally, as a 41-year-old man, when I'm on a date, you see, with my wife, my phone goes on airplane mode or whatever because my attention is on her. And 9 times out of 10, I leave my shit in the car. But you see, it's like even when I was dating, you saying it's like I was brought up to where anybody that you're dating, give them your full attention. You saying you don't have any distractions. So like I wouldn't even have my phone. You say it's like I'm literally locked in. And I know I'm a fucking unicorn or whatever, whatever you want to call it. But you say like, what if that is their reasoning behind it? Is that a fair assessment?
I mean, yeah, when you put it like that, because not all men who have their phone on do not disturb is out here cheating or doing some
Mhm,
off the wall. So like, I can compromise with that. That's definitely, I honestly, I like that more than anything, because that lets me know that I'm your focus for that time being, and nobody else is gonna, you get what I mean? So that
mhm.
is a good thing. I don't see nothing wrong with that when you put it in that perspective. No.
Okay, now you say now when it comes to like the stuff we see on social media, like with the lists, and I won't go here and I won't go there, and you said you can't take me on a coffee date, and do
People
you
are
think that's
just,
help?
they're too wrapped up in what celebrities are doing, and what they fail
Mhm,
to realize is we are not them. We do not have their funds. Even if you do have funds, you don't gotta do the most to try and impress. Okay, so I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for
mhm,
everybody else, but you don't have to do the most to impress me. You
mhm,
being yourself and being genuine and being sincere with your intentions is enough for me. You being emotionally available and mentally available for me is more than enough. I don't care where we go to eat, because listen, I'm gonna get down. I like to eat, so I don't care where we go. That's just, it's there. People's expectations are too high. That's all that
I,
is. People's
I,
expectations are super high, and they're higher than what they need to be. And you're
mhm.
setting the bar high for other people, and your bar ain't even set that high for yourself.
Okay, you said now like we saw, I think it was about a month or so ago. You said the chick that plays Ernestine from the Country Wayne skits was out at dinner with a married couple, and the bill came out to like $800, and everyone expected this woman's husband to pay for everybody.
She
And
wrong.
they were literally getting mad at him. He was like, "Yo, I didn't come here for that." You like, do you think it's incumbent upon a man when he's placed into a situation unknowingly to literally foot the bill for everybody when he's unknowingly placed in a situation?
Now, the only time I really feel like, and I'm gonna keep it honest with you, I honestly haven't been on too many dates to where a man has paid for me. I'm always the one that's paying. I'm
Hmm.
the one that gets the haircuts. I'm the one that buys the clothes and the packs and stuff like that. But far as that, the only time a man should have to pay for a woman, for one, is if you initiate that date and you're offering to take me out,
Hmm.
or if we agreed on, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do this time, and then I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, but even if a man offers to pay for your meal or take you out on a date, you should always have enough to cover yourself and stop being entitled. That's
Hmm.
all that is. People feel entitled to other people's funds, and that's not right because a lot of people work hard for what they get. A
Hmm.
lot of people aren't as fortunate as the next people to be able to just splurge like that. People have responsibilities, people have kids, people taking care of their parents, stuff of that nature. Like, you don't know what somebody going through, like, and just to be entitled to something like that, that just shows where your mental is at. You're not in it for me, you're in it for what I have, and that's very vindictive. Like, that's wrong.
Hmm. Now, do you think that using that's another thing that's potentially harmful to the dating scene because so many people?
Definitely. Definitely. It's too many I want, or this is mine, or you have it, so that means I should have it. Like, no, like if people took money and sex out of the equation, then there'd be no such thing as dating anymore. Because that's all people date for. It's for the
Mm,
money and for the sex. They're not dating to really build a bond or to build a friendship or to find their soulmate. You're dating because you feel like you can reap the benefits of whatever lifestyle this individual is living at that time.
mm. Now, you said we also see, but you said let's get into some facts. There's roughly, depending on the city, there's roughly between 7 to 9 women to every man, roughly. How the fuck is the woman the prize?
Okay. To me, I feel like a man and a woman can be a prize. It all depends on how you hold yourself and what you're doing for yourself in that lifetime. But I personally feel like a woman is the prize because, listen, and I'm about to you may side against it, but us as women, we go through a lot already as it is. Not saying that a man doesn't, but a woman goes through a lot, and childbirth is one of them. Having to carry a kid is one of them. Having to be the nanny, the doctor, the nurse, the teacher, the chef, the best friend, the shoulder to cry on, the one that has to be the bad cop from time to time again. Like, that's a lot on us. Then on top of that, we still got to be that while showing up for ourselves as women and as adults. On top of being there to show up for your man, that's a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot on a woman for real. And you want us to be your personal freak. You want us to be your chef. You want us to be your mentor. You want us to be that shoulder to cry on. But what about the women? The women need
Mm,
stuff too, and women can't always be superwoman. But vice versa, men can't always be Superman. And you can't expect a man to always show up for you and feel like he doesn't have anything going for himself or as if he doesn't need, any assistance. Just because men don't talk about it don't mean that they don't need that extra push or that extra listening ear or that extra shoulder to cry on. Men,
mm,
again, going back to the topic earlier, men were not raised to be able to express themselves and be able to come and ask for help when something is heavy on their shoulders. So it's just like
mm.
you got to take that extra step to really, hey, what's going on? Like, you want to talk about anything? How you feeling? Like, where's your head at? Like, stuff of that nature.
And that's fair. You said it's like, but I think it's been a detriment because men were raised, you said, to shut up and deal with it, and you said women were allowed to feel and still are allowed to feel and go through things, and you said it's, and they're also with you said a lot of girls growing up into womanhood that you said it was like everything's all about her. You said it's like to me the most. dumbest saying that we've all used for years is happy wife, happy life. That is a dumb
Happy wife,
fucking,
happy life.
yeah, that is a dumb concept. Because at the end of the day, it's not my job to make you happy. It's my job to add to your happiness.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? But I use so it shouldn't be happy wife, happy life. It should be happy house. You know what I'm saying? Happy spouses or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like and but everything's so focused on the woman. You said it just like I've had this conversation time and time with people that I know is that you said the most thankless job to me as a man is being a father. Because at the end of the day, I pay for football practice, uniforms, trips, this, that, and the fucking third to get you all the way to motherfucking draft day at the towards the NFL. Yes, mom helped cultivate you, but the only motherfucker you acknowledge is mom.
Because that's the person that's there 95% of the time. Even in some senses, in some relationships, there's married women who are still single mothers. There's women that's in a relationship with the baby father and they're still single parents because men can choose to walk away at any given time. Men can go and stop and do whatever it is they want to do, regardless of whether they got the kids or not, especially if the mother is present. The mother
Mm,
is the sole parent that kid sees morning, noon, and night from the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep. The
mm,
mother is the one that comes running when the kid is hurt. The mother is the one that's up at night when the kid is sick and they can't go to sleep. The mother is the one that's getting up to feed that newborn every 2 to 3 hours while the
mm,
daddy still sleep. Now, in some cases, you got men who do, they push you pull. You get what I mean? But it's like
mm,
majority of the time, women are doing this by themselves. So yes, the mother is the only person that the kid sees.
mm.
Literally.
And that's a fair assessment. You saying because like, but you said then when it comes to a father, if I'm hunting and pillaging, you said to bring everything, I cannot be home. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's always, you could try. It's tiresome. Come speaking from a single mother's perspective, it is very tiresome and very stressful mentally being a single parent without that, you know, extra foundation to help you when needed. Like my mother just passed away in
No,
May.
I'm sorry.
So I appreciate that. My mother passed away from cancer. I don't have anybody to turn to now. I'm on my own with 3 kids and none of my baby fathers is present. So it's just like everything is on me. Doctor's
Mm,
appointments, field trips, enrolling in school, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, when they sick, when they not feeling good, when they having a moment, even while I'm going through what I gotta go through, me grieving my mother's loss, me trying to get my life back on track, me just having a baby. Like
mm,
that's a lot on a woman for real. And we still have to show up and show out regardless to how it is that we feeling mentally or not.
mm. Now you saying getting back to the topic. How how long do you think is a decent amount of time before you introduce somebody that you're dating to your children?
Oh baby, we gotta more than about a year. Not even gonna lie. Cause even within that year, you still don't know somebody. You think you know somebody and you don't. People be together for about 10 some years and still don't know the motherfucker that they laying next to. I don't personal experiences that I have went through in the last year has taught me you can't trust nobody around your kids, not even family. So it's just like if we're dating and I feel like you're potentially the one for me, then I'm gonna work on it and we gonna spend a lot of time together so I can assess whether or not I feel like you're safe enough to be around my kids. Or shit, I can see that by how you treat your kids, by how you are around your kids, how often you're around your kids, how active you are in your kids' life. Like it's really right there. How a
Mm,
person is and who they are is right there from the moment you lay eyes on them and you start talking to them. Believe who a person is the first time you see it. Don't
mm.
make them have to show you more than once.
Now, is there I guess you said a prerequisite of how many kids they have, and there's certain ages because I see that a lot in topics of conversation.
Say that one more time.
Is there a certain number of kids that somebody that you're interested in that you will allow them to have a certain number of kids, or and does it matter the ages?
Um, that's a good question. Not necessarily for real. Because that's like somebody turning around telling me, "Oh, 3 kids is too many. I'm cool." I'll be
Mm.
looking at you like, "I'm sorry, what?" But I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. It's really not. It doesn't bother me for real. So, mm, I mean, as long as it's less than 10, we cool.
Okay, check this out. Now, I've heard. Well, actually, no, that was a different question. Okay, a lot of men, regardless whether they have children or not, especially ones that don't have children, are more precautious of dealing with women with kids because if you deal with a woman with kids, you're never going to be first in her life.
I
You see?
mean, but speaking from a parent's point of view, not even from a woman's point of view, why would you want to be? Her kids are her number one priority. As if you had kids, your kids are your number one priority. So I wouldn't expect you to prioritize me over my kids.
Mm,
Now, us being able to compromise on something and being able to work with whatever it is I got going on as far as with my kids, that's
mm,
a different story. But that comes with time.
mm.
So it's like, I mean, I'm not saying you could never not be my priority, but yeah, my kids come before anybody, and I tell anybody that in a heartbeat. And if you can't get with it, then you can
Mm,
go ahead and get lost. My kids come before anybody because they're all that I have. They're all that they
mm.
like. I'm all that they have. So it's like for you to think that you can even come close to coming before them, I feel like that's selfish for real.
Okay, but check this out. If you said my time, my energy, my resources come first to our relationship in our household, why would I not want to be first?
I'm not saying, but why be first? What's wrong with being second?
Because if I'm the head of the household, that is first.
Okay, so then here's this: if you want to be first and you want to come first, excuse me. If you want to be first and come first, why not help alleviate my duties as a mother so I can put you first? Why not help alleviate the things that I have to do around the house so that, because for one, if you are the man in the household and we are living together and we have kids, again, the kids are my number one priority. Taking care
Mm,
of the house is my priority. Making sure things are not running fucking wild in the house is my priority. Me making sure you got a hot meal on the table is my priority. Like, it's a lot of priorities that come with living with one another and being in a relationship. So if you really soulfully want to be that number one individual, you have to help alleviate whatever it is that I got going on at the house. And
mm.
if you can't do that, then you can't expect to, oh, I need to be da 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 all the time. Like, what about me? Are you making me number one? Are you prioritizing me?
But you said like pushing back on that. You said because what I said was my time, my energy, and my resources putting first
Right.
towards the household. That means you and the children. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I said, I know I'm a unicorn. Everybody doesn't do what I do. Whatever. But you said like I'm just
What is a
putting back.
unicorn?
I don't fucking know. That's what the people say. I don't know. You said, I guess I'm a mythical creature that you said goes above and beyond. You said the stereotypical man nowadays. Now, you said we see a lot of these balloon pop shows and stuff like that, and we see women that got 3 kids by 3 different dudes or whatever, turning good men, well, potentially good men, down because she thinks his pants are too tight, which I think is a stupid fucking concept. But it's like,
I mean, well, everybody got their preference on what kind of man they like or how they want their man to
mm,
like, to look. I feel like that is very stupid. But you missing out on the blessing because this nigga wear the same size pants as you is crazy.
well, you said me personally, I'm an '80s baby. I was born in the 1900s. You know what I'm saying? But I wear straight leg jeans. I'm not into that tight stuff. I'm not putting on no tight jeans. You're not gonna catch me with a man bag or none of that goofy shit. That's just I'm not doing it. Now, you said, in your opinion, what do you think of when you see the men's fashion today? Because you said we go back to the early 2000s when everybody's wearing 5XTs and shit like that. But you said like, what do you think of men's fashion now? He's
They're
in the time.
comfortable. They're comfortable in their skin. There's nothing wrong with that. That's literally like that's it. That's the statement. They're comfortable in their skin.
Mm-hmm.
If we can come out the house dressed like the next hoochie mama from the next freak meet, Why can't they come out the house and be comfortable? Whether it is a sheer top, whether it is skinny jeans, whether it is a choker or shit, painted nails. Like you seeing all of that shit now, and that's what's in. Let them be comfortable in their skin. If you don't like it, cool, move on to the next one. But why to minimize them and make them feel bad for being comfortable in their skin? They love their self, so let them be comfortable in whatever it is they want to wear.
And I totally agree with that. But you said, like me personally, like I said, that's not my style. It might have judged you, nah, but that's not how I get down. You know what I'm saying? It's
Cool,
like,
and it can be that.
mm,
But I'ma still wear what I want to wear, regardless
and
to whether that's your style or not.
mm-hmm. Now, I guess there's some controversy going on online right now between Aries Spears and Lunel. I guess
I have no
Lunel got
idea who those
upset
people are.
with. They're both comedians, but Aries Spears, he said that he wished women would stop wearing these goofy ass over the top, you said, snuffleupagus lashes, you said, to make them look crazy. And
Hey,
Lunel, who wears lashes, you said, especially during her stage stuff, you said that he shouldn't generalize women that way. You said, so what's your take on what I just gave you?
I mean, it's funny because I like my lashes and I like the big ones too. So I'm kind of like, but again, that's everybody has different perspectives and different things that they like. I honestly, now there are some women who wear just outrageous ass lashes and you really do look stupid. Like if
Mm-hmm.
nobody else is gonna tell you that, I'm gonna tell you, you look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But for real, that's not. I don't know. I don't really see a problem with it. I guess because I'm one of the people who wear them, so I
Mm-hmm.
can't really. I don't really got too much to say on that. But he funny for that.
It's like me personally, it's like I'm gonna go back to an old Cat Williams joke that you saying like he says we have never been us as men have never been getting ready to put on the condom and decided not to do it because her nails and her toes don't match. You so like if we're attracted to you, you say like either way we going.
Yeah.
You said, I mean, we get it. It's an accessory that you said that you guys like to do. You said and like prior to you said meeting my wife, you said there was certain things that you said certain women wanted me to do that I was not willing to do.
I
Like
mean,
the
it's
you
the same thing. It's equivalent as to men wanting to wear chains and watches and tote
mm,
guns. It's the same thing. It's an accessory.
mm,
We not gonna just say, "Oh yeah, no, we not gonna lay down with him," or "Oh no, we not gonna mess with him because he doing X, Y, and Z, or he wearing X, Y, and Z, or oh damn, he don't got no name brand on, so I'm not gonna." No.
that's cap. That is cap. That is cap. That is cap.
How? What's cap
You
about it?
see it.
Clearly
You
talk to
see
me.
it every day. How many gold digger pranks do you see where a woman is not interested until the nigga get in his car, knock it off?
That's facts. But also, you've seen those gold digging things to where they thought she was a gold digger and she really wasn't, and she was genuine. So let's
Hmm.
go ahead and speak on that too. Yeah.
I mean, we absolutely can, but you said like we got to call a spade there. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
because you said men acquire money to you said to attract women. You said
Yes.
women a lot more women will acquire sexuality to acquire men.
I feel like the whole sexuality thing plays on both ends, honestly.
It does, but you said like because a nigga's acquiring that money so he can attract that woman so he can clap the cheeks.
Yeah.
You said a woman is getting herself dolled up and pretty so she can get a nigga with money so he can clap the cheeks.
Yeah. I just feel like it's honestly like little sidetrack real quick. I kind of feel like it's a lot of because I've experienced this recently with my baby father. It's a lot of
Mm,
people out here trying to trap one another's. Like you trying to trap an individual, you don't even know if he a murderer. You don't know if he mentally there all the way. You don't know what his background is. Same as her, you don't know what her background is, where she at mentally, where she at emotionally, spiritually too. Because being spiritually aware and stable is plays a big part in whatever relationship it is you got going on, be it platonic or romantic. And
mm,
people fail to realize that for real. And there's a lot of people out here just trying to find the next bunny to trap because that bunny nice and shiny and they want what they got. No. Now you sitting up here stuck with an individual who can't even have an intellectual conversation with you.
mm. Like I've debated this with people before. You said you remember the hot sauce thing with Drake and the condom?
Yeah.
Why was that woman not charged with rape?
What?
Because she tried to take his sperm to inject herself to basically get a paycheck. To me, that's considered rape.
Oh well, yeah. Hell yeah, when you put it like that, yeah.
So
That's
why
called
why do you?
delusion. Is what that's called. That's called delusional.
Mm. And I was not mad at Drake for putting hot sauce in the thing, and I think that you saying her getting hot sauce, her whole that's her own damn fault. But you said like to me that is a form of you said of rape, and I you said but like why do you think that like especially like when it comes to women because women can crash out, do all kind of crazy stuff, and use
Mm-mm,
so many occasions and never
mm-mm,
be held accountable.
mm-mm, mm-mm. Ooh, I knew that's what you was gonna say. Oh hell no, that's cap.
Let's go,
That's cap.
let's
Because
go.
okay, I'm gonna do the little double standards thing, and we're gonna start off small. A lot of women who think it's cool to have their cake and eat it too and have multiple people that they entertain is called
Mm,
hoes and whores and sluts and all types of names up under the sun. A
mm,
man turn around and do it, he that nigga.
mm,
Oh, I see you, bro. Like da da da, this that, like you getting praised for it. Let's go further down the line. A lot of women. Let's talk about kids. We get up and choose to walk the fuck away and not do for our kids. We all types of bad moms and unfit moms and unstable moms and oh you this and you that. A man do it and it's a problem, but it's not as big of a problem as it is when a woman do it. It's like anything that a woman choose to do that is outside of the typical stipulations of a woman, we're wrong.
mm,
We're thrown on the damn cross for it. Literally, we beaten for it, and that's wrong. Like it don't matter what we do, how we do it. If we doing good, if we doing bad, somebody is still gonna not like what it is that we doing it because we not doing what they want us to do. Exactly what it is that they want us to do. So it's
mm,
always gonna be an issue with that. No matter how good or how bad or how hard you trying, how little you trying, it don't matter what it is. But with women, it's a lot harder because the standards that people have set for us are so high based off of what was going on back in the day. Mind you, y'all living in a century that's been past about 30 decades ago. Y'all not recognizing that things are changing. It's a whole new generation out here.
mm,
Everything has changed. The way people think has changed. The things that women need has changed. The things that men need have changed. Like everything is constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. So you being stuck in one mindset is going to stem it's gonna stem your way of thinking. It's going you not gonna think, oh well, it could probably be done 2 3 more different ways, but you so stuck on, oh damn, it was being done this way, this is the way that it should be done, so I'm gonna just go ahead and you get what
mm,
I mean.
mm. Was it well pushing back on that? You said was like, well, because things are changing. Why do so many women have problems with 50-50?
I honestly don't think it should be 50-50. I think it should be 100-100, just off the fact
I agree.
you're leaving room for disappointment. You're
Mm,
leaving room for somebody to have to come and pick up the slack. Now, for whatever reason, if it's some unfortunate circumstances that happen with life and you have to do 50-50, or you have to go and pick up the remaining piece of the slack, then cool. That's the whole point of having a partner that you can rely on, is to be able to do things of that sort. But
mm,
um I feel like a lot of women have a problem with 50-50 because they once again were raised in a single household to where either the mother was finessing to figure out how she had to fend for them. You feel me? Like you, from my experience being a kid, watching your mom bring different men in and out the house, or you trying to sell this to come up with this, or you trying to do this to come up with this. That's the mind frame that you literally stuck in, because that's all you seeing. If you're not seeing nothing different, you're not gonna know no different. You're not gonna
mm,
know no better. So it's like I feel like a lot of women have a problem with that because that's all that they feel like, oh well, my mama was provided for, so I should be provided for. Or oh, I see X, Y, and Z being provided for, why can't I get that same treatment? Like a lot of people don't really realize when you genuine and pure with your intentions and you able to compromise and accommodate each other, whatever it is that you're looking for, you're gonna get gradually versus you trying to force it to come.
Okay. Now, what do you think about, you said like content creators?
I'm
You
a
said like
content creator.
we're all content creators
Um,
in some way, form, or fashion.
what do you mean? How do I feel about them though?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario, and I've been asking this. You said to almost all of my guests because we just coming off the Drake and Kendrick beef. Now, a lot of the content creators that I watch that do reaction videos, at the beginning of the video, it's like, yo, I was literally at dinner with my wife, and I had to cut dinner off so I can get home so I can get this reaction video done. You said, like, is that something that would be okay with you or no?
I mean, to an extent, yes and no, because I understand that if this is a source of income for you, this is what's making you money. I understand that your job comes first, but also in the same token, back to the whole prioritizing one another. You have to
Hmm.
learn how to take time away from that to prioritize me. Like, this is my time. This is what we're doing right now. That can wait until after the fact. Like, if you're doing this every time there's a reaction video needed, yeah, it's a problem. But if it's once every blue moon and you like, damn, babe, like I really got to do X, Y, and Z, be understanding and let him do that. But if it's a repetitive thing and it's constantly happening and you put in more time into that versus into me, then yeah, that's a problem.
Okay. Now, you said right now we're in an election season. You saying like you got some. You said you got a lot of people for Trump. You got a lot of people for Kamala Harris. Does political views, is that something that's important that y'all should be aligned on, or does it not, that not matter?
If I'm being totally honest, yes, it's something that's very important, but I'm also not as smart on stuff like that like I need to be. So that's something I definitely do want to brush up on because that is very important. Our economy is going to shit right now, and we so oblivious because we focus on everything else was going on with the internet and with the celebrities and going out kicking it and drinking and all this. Oh, sorry, a bee almost got it.
Okay.
But we so focused on things that are literally put out here to be a distraction for us that we not seeing what the real issue is.
That's true. Now you saying something I stumbled upon last week was, you ever heard of a pay pig?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you're dealing with a guy, whatever, and you find out that that's what he's spending his money on. What is the conversation that you're going to have with him once you find this out?
There is no conversation.
Why not?
I mean, Grant, I'm sorry because I'm trying to eat in the midst of doing all this, but
Mhm.
what you do with your money is your business.
Mhm.
I don't got no control over that. But what you're not about to be doing is thinking you finna be paying for another broad's her rent or her car note or clothes and nails and hair but you got a whole responsibility over here. And I'm not
So,
saying I'm that responsibility. I'm saying far as your everyday necessities and your everyday what you got to do, like your bills, your rent, what you like to do for fun outside of always having to work, like,
mhm.
but you provided a whole lifestyle for somebody else, but you in a relationship with somebody else. No, I'm gonna go ahead and kick rocks, buddy. You're not gonna
You
be
said,
doing me like
but
that.
even if you are being prioritized, but it's done in like with his spare money or whatever, you said
No, that's the problem.
it's
Because if
cut.
I sat up here and started to accept money from another man, you won't be looking at it as if I'm fucking him.
That's true. That's true. Okay, now as far as a content creator, if he's a OnlyFans whipping his meat out or whatever, is that be like is that a no go for you?
I can't be mad at that because I do Twitter, so I can't even be mad. Now, if we meet and we thinking it's one thing and it's that, and you
Mm.
not explaining that, or you're not giving me the knowledge on that, like, okay, well, yeah, this is what I do on the side, or this is what I'm into. Is you cool with that before we get to whatever level it is that we trying to get to? then yeah, that's an issue. But if we come in it all bets off and we already know like what it is, no, it's not a problem because I do the same thing. So that's double standards. That's a stipulation that literally that's stupid. I want
Okay.
him to be okay with what it is that I'm doing, so why can't I be okay with what he's doing? Especially if it's making him money.
Mm.
But all I
Now,
ask is that you be safe with that and you don't be just out here just doing it to motherfuckers just because you got some. You get what I
mm,
mean?
yeah. Now, we've seen a lot of you said content creator couples fall by the wayside because you said like they I guess been expected to uphold this image that you said the internet wants them to have, and it's caused the downfall of a lot of internet couples or whatever, what have you. Now, you said like you as a content creator, and because on my platform I always try to teach children something. What is something you could tell you said fellow content creators and also children about the comment section?
You gotta learn for one, and this may sound like really harsh, but you gotta have thick skin. At the end of the day, you got people who gonna talk about you again. They're gonna talk about you whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad, whether you're doing something productive, whether you're just fooling around. You got people out here who be trolling.
Mm,
Literally, they don't have nothing else better to do but to sit up here and try and ruin somebody else's day because they not feeling good or they don't think that you know. Or you got people who's jealous out here and they see you doing things that they wish they can do, but they never took the time to try and do it. So they go, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put this person down." You gotta have thick skin and love yourself enough to know that whatever these mean comments is saying is not real. Like that's not me. That's not who I am. That's not what my work is. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep striving because if everybody cared about something that somebody said in the comments, none of these celebrities will fucking exist right now.
I mean, you're right, and it's like okay, like I saw a video the other day, and it was talking about it was this woman. She was just going in hard on Janae Aiko and Queen Naja, saying how both of those ladies are stupid because they popped out babies but ain't got no ring yet.
If that's the case, everybody on this planet is stupid. Because baby, I got 3 kids and I don't got not one ring on my finger. Baby, we all a little slow if that's the fucking case. Because what do you mean? You
Mm,
don't know their situation. Maybe they didn't want to be married. Maybe that's not the person for them to marry. Like you never
mm,
know. Like just because you have a kid with somebody don't mean you gotta automatically marry that person. You may
mm,
it may have been a slip up. In some cases, women is slipped up and got pregnant. In some cases, people are raped and are forced to have a kid. In other
mm,
cases, people are just immature and irresponsible, and you have an unprotected sex, knowing the repercussions that come behind that, and now you stuck with a
mm,
baby. So it's just like you don't gotta marry every person, or you don't gotta marry the person you have a kid with. Like what the hell? Going back to what you were saying with the 3 kids with 3 different baby daddies. I am that woman. I have 3 kids with 3 different baby fathers. That
mm,
doesn't change who I am as a woman. That doesn't change how I am as a mother. That doesn't change my perspective on life. That don't change how I operate as a woman or as a mother. That's just shit. That's just what
mm.
happened, and you gotta walk in your truth. It is what it is.
Okay. Now, a lot of times, you know, what I'm saying we see everything the mothers have to go through, and
Y'all don't see everything.
we do, we do. We might not
You
acknowledge
probably
it.
do because you're a married man.
Okay,
But
I mean that's fair.
speaking outside of you, a lot of men don't see everything that we go through. They don't see that we battle with postpartum depression. They
Mm,
don't see what our body goes through, not just during labor, but after labor and in the midst of being pregnant. Like them 9 months is harsh on our
mm,
bodies, man. That's a lot. Us going through menstrual cycles, that's a lot on our body. Us
mm,
battling with mental health sicknesses, that's a lot too. And I'm saying that men don't battle with that either, but again, men are not, they think that that's non-existent because they weren't raised to acknowledge, oh, I got an issue and I need help with it, or oh, maybe I should talk to somebody, or I'm battling with X, Y, and Z. Like women are so much more open to want to, but we're nurturers too. So
mm,
it's in our blood to want to talk about certain shit. It's in our blood to want to be emotional. So it's just like it's different between us for real. But women
mm,
do go through a lot, and men do too. But women go through a lot of things that we don't talk about, that y'all don't see.
mm. Now, because because it's so, because things have changed, everybody's being more pushed towards therapy. Like you said, damn near every other YouTube ad you see has something to do with better health, or every YouTuber that you see is promoting using the app Better Health. Do you think that he's in is at this point, can we still give excuses for not getting the help that we need?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Um, I say that because again, tapping back into that not knowing no better. Some people are just scared or
Mm.
really don't know better. Like really just like you know it's there, but it's just like a damn, like for instance, it took me a while to really take therapy seriously. I've been in therapy since I was 16 and I'll be 26 this year.
Okay.
So it took for me to lose my mother for real and go through what I went through with my kids for me to really take it seriously because it's just like, okay, this is here to help you. It's not here to harm you. It's not here
Mm.
to belittle you. It's here to really help you be able to maneuver through whatever grievance it is that you're going through right now at that moment. So I guess with certain situations that you go through in life, it forces you to take certain things seriously that you never really thought to take serious before. Um, I do feel like it is a lot of people out here who know that this is to your advantage and that it could potentially help you and better you as an individual, and you just choose not to do it. So, with that being said, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever happens after that, it's on you because you had the resources to get the help that it is that you needed, and you chose to go the opposite direction just because you feel you may not need therapy. Just because you feel you may not need therapy, don't mean that you don't
Right.
need it. Like, you can't
Now,
to how it is that you think or the things that you're doing so that you don't see nothing wrong with it. Anybody else who comes and tells you that it's wrong, you feeling attacked. When in reality, we're telling you that out of love. We're telling you that because we see that you want to. We want you to go back to, you know what I mean?
now, in your opinion, how important is it to you to hold your friends accountable?
Harry. I am one of those
Okay.
friends that's gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I don't got no filter. You don't come to me if you don't want to hear the truth, because I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is and what it's gonna be. Because a lot of these people out here are being told what they want to hear. So you living in Lulu land, delusional land, thinking that oh my behavior is okay. Oh I'm not toxic. Oh I'm not manipulative. I'm not a narcissistic. Yes the fuck you are. When you're wrong, you're wrong. When you're right, you're right. And if I feel like you're wrong and you feel like you're right, I'm gonna tell you why I feel like that, and that's up to you to take my advice or not. That don't got nothing to do with me. But I'm gonna
Okay.
definitely tell you what it is and what it's gonna be. I'm not about to sit up here and tell you, oh no, you was right for doing that. Da 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 da. Oh, I can't know. First of all, I don't even like sitting up gossiping. That shit is so fucking annoying. I
Mhm.
got better things to be doing, and I got my own shit that I'm going through in life. I don't want to sit up here and listen to the same shit that we literally have no ability to change. What are you gonna do to fix it? If you can't do nothing
Mhm.
to fix it, leave it alone. Stop talking about it. Let
Okay.
life take its course.
Right. Now, with you, if your best friend, your best homegirl, was cheating on her man, are you still gonna remain friends with her?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Okay.
for one, you cheating on your man don't got nothing to do with our friendship.
Mm.
That's for one. I'm gonna let you know you dead fucking wrong though. You a grown ass woman. You gonna do what you want to do regardless to how I feel or what I say about it. So
Mm.
me not being friends with you is not gonna stop you from cheating on your nigga. You still gonna do what you want to do regardless to who say what or how they feel about it. But
Mm.
yeah, you dead wrong. Especially if he a good man. Like cheating is not okay at all. But I am one of
Mm.
those. I wouldn't say tit for tat, but most people would say tit for tat. If you're gonna
Mm.
play on my top, I'm gonna play on your top. We're not about to
Okay.
do that. But if you have a good man who's providing for you, who's making you feel safe, you're able to be in your soft girl era, he's taking care of your kids, you know, y'all got a mutual understanding. It's happy. Like y'all happy. Why are you out here doing this man dirty? But it'd be the same women like that who be crying wolf when a man turn around and do you the same way you was just doing him.
Okay. Now, Boosie got so much backlash last year because he said that if his best friend, he found out his best friend was beating on his woman, he's not gonna stop being friends with her.
Oh no, cause he did wrong.
But what you said, but
It's
they're
he
both.
wrong, but he not wrong. And I feel like you wrong because you being a man
Mm.
and The way Boosie is, nigga, I know you seen some shit growing up, man. I
Oh,
know
I
you've
fuck
been
him.
around a lot. So it's just like you being able to condone something like that or being okay with being around some, like, think of it as if that was your daughter in that situation, or if that was
Mm,
your mother or your sister or your grandmother in that situation. Would you still want them to kick you with somebody who was doing that to them? Or would you still want to be around somebody that was doing that to them? Like, again, he gonna do what he want to do because he a grown ass man. So you not
mm,
being friends with him is not gonna stop him from beating on women, because obviously that's a habit that
mm,
he has and he's okay with it. But also the same token, it's just it's certain levels to certain things. And I just feel like after a while you gotta cut that off, because it's just like a
mm.
what the hell? Like, that's, I wouldn't necessarily say he wrong for not stopping to be his friend, but it's just like, if you not gonna stop be, oh, that's double standards. I hear it.
I was
Bro,
waiting. I was waiting.
that's that's
Ah,
like
I was
that's
waiting.
like
Oh
him
my god!
saying that he okay, like you comfortable
Which
with
is
him.
why I started with the your homegirl cheating. That's why I started with that.
You funny. Hey, I caught that though. I caught it myself though. Yeah, but I guess it could go both ways for real. You
Hmm.
comfortable with her cheating on, which means you doing the same shit for real, for real. It don't always necessarily mean that, but
Hmm.
that could be a factor. Like, if you not gonna stop being friends with them, you either comfortable with them doing it or you doing it yourself.
I mean that's fair, but you saying it's like that's fair. And now, okay, do you think there should be some type of redemption for people when they, let's say for a man, you said that puts his hands on a woman, you said, because at the end of the day, that shit with Chris Brown and Rihanna happened 15 years ago.
And they still blackmailing him for it, but
They
and they
are.
wrong for that,
Hmm.
because he's a changed man. He's not even close to the same man that he was when he did that.
Hmm.
Again, age played a factor. The things that he might have been used to at that time played a factor. You get what I mean? Like, you can't hold that over somebody. And going back to that, far as speaking on other individuals, you can't hold that over them. People change. Some people
Hmm.
don't. Some people really do change. You have to be able to pick out the characteristics that were showed at that time and that's being shown now, to be able to see whether or not that they changed or not, or if they're just running game on you. Like, you can't,
Hmm.
that's literally like, how can I put this? That's like, for instance, he cheated or she cheated and they changed, but you want to hold it over their head. Oh, you did X, Y, and Z, so I can't. Everybody change and everybody deserves a second chance. That's just me. I feel like
Hmm.
that's why I be getting played the way I be getting played, because I be so, oh, well, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Everybody change. Whoopty whoop. I cut you off for a little minute, but I'll spin the block real quick, see if you change. And then it's just like, well, damn, now you looking stupider because
Hmm.
you sitting here to spend the block on a nigga that literally showed you who he was right then and there. Why not believe it?
Hmm. Okay, now the comedian D. Ray Davis, he said that because when that happened, they were both kids, and both Chris Brown and both Rihanna admitted to her hitting him first. That's neither here nor there, does not justify it. But
It
at the
doesn't.
end of the day, you said people have, you said whether it gets physical or not, people have these altercations every day.
Yeah.
Now, it's just, now what he was saying, he's like, because if they both were in college at the time when that happened, they probably had that same fight over noodles.
Hey, you funny.
And he also used it so like, but like I said, and then D.L. Hughley said he doesn't think a man should hit a woman, but he does not. He also does not think that a mistake that you made when you were a teenager should carry you. You said
And he's right. He's
you said
right on
throughout your
both
whole
points.
life. And then going back to D. Ray Davis, he also said you don't know what she said to him in that car. She could have said, "Nigga, that's why you can't dance." He was like,
Hell no.
but
My nigga said, shit, I know I can dance. Fuck you talking about?
okay. While we're on the subject of Chris Brown, we got a few more before we get up out of here.
Oh, I love him. I just want to say that right now.
Okay, now what do you think about these celebrities charging Well, him charging $1,100 to take a picture, and then Megan Thee Stallion charging $20,000 to grab her booty.
First of all, yeah, get that money on. You want to grab these cheeks? I need every penny. I don't care what you're talking about. Baby, my shit move like jello. I need it. This is a once in a lifetime thing. Yes, I'm finna make my brand. As far as Chris Brown, have you seen that man? I would charge that much too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This man taking pictures as if we got a ring on our finger. He taking pictures as if we literally go together. Yes, why not? You making this a memorable experience. Not only did I pay to see you perform, and you performed a hell of a show, but now I get to get a
You're about to
picture
do it again.
and a memory with you that I can't get back. Like, yeah, why not spend that? You already spent half of that just to go to the
about
concert.
to do it again.
Why not?
You're about to do it again.
Why not? What am I doing?
So you're okay spending $1,100 to take a picture with Chris Brown.
Yeah, and I'm gonna spend that same money to grab Megan Thee Stallion's ass. I like women too. Yes, I'm gonna spend that money.
But is it okay for you? But it's not okay for your guy to be a pay pig.
Oh my God. I'm
Ah,
not going together with them though. They just celebrities that I got a fantasy about. So it's okay to want to live out a fantasy. That's something that they don't know me. I don't know. Well, I know them, but they don't know me. So it's just like that's different. Actually, I'm not about to do that again. I'm about to tell you why. Because you being a pay pig is you literally paying for somebody else's lifestyle and their wants and their needs for real. Me wanting to fill out my fantasy and wanting to fangirl a little bit is not the same.
how, Sway?
Because I literally just told you a pay pig is different than somebody paying to go to a concert.
So how are you not a pay pig paying for Megan Thee Stallion or Chris Brown's lifestyle? The same thing.
I don't look at it like that. We gonna have to disagree.
Okay. Now you big capping. You big capping now.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that right there.
And I feel you on that, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, now before we get up out of here, let everybody know where they can find you at.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Tinkk_. I will shout out my Twitter, but I ain't gonna do all that.
I mean, hey, how you know? It might be some pay pigs in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, I need that. Twitter is Throat Goat Tinkk. 2 T's.
Oh my goodness.
Get with it. You ain't never gonna find nothing like me.
Okay, so is it just Twitter, or is it OF, or you said like?
It's just Twitter. You get more publicity and more fans, more recognition from Twitter, and it's better money, honestly.
I feel you on that. Like me personally, I don't mess with Twitter. Twitter's too anti-black for me, so you know.
Hell yeah, it was a pleasure though. I appreciate you having me.
You said it. We're definitely gonna have to do this. We definitely gonna have to do this again. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you don't miss another video. And without further ado, I love you. Miss Tinkk loves you. We out of here, man. Peace.
The boy Dub Deuce in the building.